I'm the Pink Guardian, and it is my mission to watch every single Doctor Who episode and give my review on it. And today I watched the Doctor's 4th episode of his 3rd season, which was called The Dalek's Master Plan. And this was a 12-part episode, so it's taken me a whole day to watch it. I stuck through it and watched it even though only episodes 2, 5 and 10 exist. And thanks to Thomas Seymour, I managed to watch the other 9 episodes in good animation. And in this story, the Daleks are planning on destroying the Earth because we had that teaser episode 2 episodes ago, which was called the Mission to the Unknown, where we got to see a quick snippet of what was happening. And now that I've seen what's happened, it was brilliant because the Daleks are planning on invading Earth and the Doctor has to try and stop him. Now, what I liked about the story was because it followed on from the teaser, I was actually able to see what was going to happen. And we start off with Stephen being hurt because from the last episode he got hit by a spear and he's really hurt. And we also get to see, because there's a character further on in the series called the Brigadier, and we get to see him playing his first role as a different character called Brett. And you can see him. If he had a moustache, then you could see it's him, but he did a really good job playing this character called Brett. We get to see a guy called the Guardian of the Solar System, which I thought was wow. He's got a big top. He's going on holiday. I thought, no, the Guardian of the Solar System is going on holiday. Why? And we get a reference to the clip Mission to the Unknown, because they talk about how Corey, who was the James Bond of the Secret Service, and how he was sent to the planet and didn't get any news back from them. Also, we get to see how the Doctor is really nice to Katerina, who joined them at the end of the last episode, who thinks he's God and he's taking her to the afterlife, which I thought was funny. And I liked it because Brett managed to get into the TARDIS, and the Doctor managed to get him stuck to a chair with a magnetic chair, and he sort of couldn't move, and I thought that was brilliant the way I did that. Brett helps Stephen by giving him some tablets, so you think he's not a nice guy, but he actually turns out to be. And then we find out the Guardian of the Solar System is actually working for the Daleks. I was like, oh my god, you wouldn't have thought that. And after the Daleks, being the Daleks, were saying that they were going to kill everybody that's helped them, so all the Guardian of the Solar System and the people are just going to die. I thought, how original. That's just what the Daleks do. They just do that. But we got to see flamethrower Daleks, which I was like, it's awesome. They're like going around, which was brilliant. The Doctor tells Brett to shut up. I loved the way he did that. He was like, now you sir, shut up. I thought it was just brilliant. The leaders in the conference that the Guardian went to, pretty scary. The way they did the different aliens, I thought it was really good, because you have one that's got scales, one's got big spots on them. I thought they were really good. And one of these, all you can see is like his hands and his feet, and they look like seaweed, and it was like, whoa, scary. He was called a Master of Sephon, which they killed him. I didn't like him anyway, so I was like, yay, they've killed Sephon, woo. I like the fact how the Doctor said that Stephen is a bit wet behind the ears for time travel. I thought that was laugh. We get to see the Doctor knock these primitives that was on a prison planet with electricity, which I thought was good. But then when they get back to Earth, Brett says, oh, you know, I know somebody who we can trust, and end up he has to kill the guy he's trusted, who's called Daxter, which I thought was a bit sad. One of the bits I really did like though was when the Doctor and Stephen and this lady or woman who was called Sarah Kingdom, they were transmitted through space, and it just so reminded me of WonkaVision when they get it's sort of like transmitted by the television. They were transmitted from one planet to another. I thought that was brilliant. And I like the fact how once they got to the planet, the Daleks followed them there, and they went and stole the Dalek ship, which I thought was like the Daleks were stranded, which was brilliant. But the episode after that was a weird episode because they were hopping around places, and they hopped into a time period where they were outside a police station, and there was an in-joke there because one of the characters who was in the police station actually played a character back in the Crusade And when the doctor said, he came in, he says, "Oh, I recognise your face. From Jaffa, wasn't it?" And he walked off laughing, which I thought was great as an in-joke. You had to have watched the episode to have known it. And at the end of that one, the doctor wishes us a happy Christmas because it was a Christmas episode, it was showing Christmas Day. And I thought it was nice, but he managed to break the fourth wall of dimension because he could actually say to us. I was like, how do you know we're here? Also, the TARDIS lands in the cricket field. I thought it was great. And the people were just carrying on with the commentary as if nothing happened. Even when the TARDIS left, they were like, brilliant, that only took 2 minutes and it's off, which I thought was great. And we get to see the monk from the Time Meddler. He is the first bad character to be seen in the different stories of the one he was first saw in, which was great. And I liked how he messes with the monk's TARDIS so it turns into a police box like his, which I thought was hilarious. But we get to see the Daleks have really big egos because one of them says, "One Dalek can destroy them all." And I'm thinking, oh, a big ego, haven't you? No wonder you've got a big head. And the fact that the monk is now wandering lost in time because the doctor is taking a vital piece of equipment, which means he can't go to specific places anymore, which I thought was great. I love the fact how the Guardian thinks he's immortal and then the Darksters kill him. It's like, ha! You're not so immortal now, are ya? I like the fact how they took Sarah and they made her old because of the time Desolator. And I like the fact how she was like young and then her hair went white and you could see her getting older. Yeah, it was a bit sad when she died because, you weren't expecting that. It was a real shock for me when she died. And I liked how the Daleks all melted, they just melted in on themselves, which was great. And the fact that this whole episode, I know it's a bit sad, but this whole episode we've actually had 3 main characters die. It is sad, but I like the fact how we saw a variety of different people interacting with the Doctor. Now, the things I disliked with this episode was the fact that to start with, Brett was a bit pushy. He was like pushing himself into the TARDIS and trying to get people to do what he wants, but I didn't like that. And I didn't like how Brett tried to leave the Doctor behind when he was infiltrating the conference. I thought that was a bit mean of him. And this crazy primitive person who had got onto the ship, he wanted them to go back to the planet with the Daleks. So I was like, what the hell? Come on, we're trying to get away from them. Why do you want to go there? I was like, what the hell? I didn't like how Katharina killed herself to help the others, She's the first companion to die, and she was the shortest running companion. She was only in 3 parts of 1 episode. I thought that was really sad. And then you have Sarah, who was the second companion to die, and she ran through a few bit more parts, but she was still in 1 episode. And I didn't like the fact how Brett died as well, because he was Sarah's brother, and I thought I just didn't like that, how a sister could kill her own brother. I just didn't like that part of it. Also, the fact that the policeman, when they're they land outside the police station, he's really rude to them. I didn't think policemen should be that rude. He was sort of really nasty towards Sarah. And the fact that we had a woman on the scanner heading towards the saw, I was like, ew, why we got a woman going towards the saw? I know that was just a filming thing, but I just didn't like that. And episode 7, it was a really higgledy-piggledy. They were just going from police station to film sets, running around. I really didn't like that. And the other thing, Daleks counting from 100. Why can't you start a bit lower on? Later in the episode, they count from 4. Why 100? They did it in this previous episode. The Daleks, the second episode. I was like, oh my god, why bloody hell you count from 100? I was like, ugh. So overall, this episode, being a 12-part episode, I thought was done really well. Originally, it was going to be a 6-parter, but one of the higher-ups' wives said she'd love to see a Daleks episode that was double it. So we have that lady to blame for a nice long 12 Dalek episode, but it was still done great. I love the fact how, we had action-packed. The Doctor, he's getting into it, he's doing stuff for himself. The fact that we had three people die who were close to the Doctor was brilliant. And overall, it was just great. I really enjoyed it. And I will be giving this episode a 5 out of 5 because I really enjoyed it. You know, it was a great Dalek story, and I look forward to seeing you on my next review. Bye!